majority, of crossing that 272 mark in a Lok Sabha of 543 members. So what makes you so confident that the Bharatiya Janata Party will form the next government in New Delhi?
Pranjoy, at the outset, I really must thank you for giving me the opportunity of appearing on Lok Sabha television. It's one thing to participate in debates on other television channels, and quite another to appear on Lok Sabha TV, because Lok Sabha, the place where we are holding this recording, the premises of Indian Parliament, is truly the temple of India's democracy, and therefore I have a very different feeling, a very very good feeling.
Thank you so much, Sudheendra ji. I can also tell you, unlike television channels, I won't be interrupting you every 20 seconds. You'll have your say. Go ahead.
So, Lok Sabha television, I would very much like it to be watched by more and more people. Not only debates like these, but the proceedings of Indian Parliament, the debates by our members of Parliament. Television has today given an opportunity for people to watch and to be participants in what happens here.
Okay.
So having said this, let me respond to your question. After 5 years of the UPA rule, there is a sense of despair all around the country, despair that is felt by almost all sections of people. In these 5 years, the promises that the government made, the coalition made, led by the Congress party, have been mostly belied. The Congress party sought votes in the name of the Aam Admi. Today, the Aam Admi is most harassed. Every opinion poll will tell you that the one issue that the Aam Admi is most concerned about is price rise. Let's not go by the rate of inflation having touched near zero.
That's right.
It doesn't make any sense.
As measured by the wholesale price index, it was at a peak of almost 13% in August. It's come down to zero.
Yeah, but that doesn't make much difference to the Aam Admi, for whom prices of essential commodities are still very high, and in these 5 years, his real income has actually come down. This is the state of the Aam Admi, the poor people and the middle classes.
You're speaking like the left. You're speaking like the Marxist that you used to be.
No, I'll come to that.
All right.
Then, past 1.5 years, the economic crisis has added a new burden of increasing joblessness. Our country already has a very high level of unemployment. Now, on top of that, existing jobs are being lost. The Federation of India's export organizations has estimated by the end of March, 1 crore jobs were lost. Tirupur, Ludhiana, Moradabad, all these major exports, Surat,
Coimbatore, Mumbai,
Ahmedabad. So, exports have, in fact, the figures of February will tell us 22% down.
It's come down by 1/5.
Yeah. So, jobs are being lost. In addition to people who have lost jobs, the sword of joblessness hangs over others who have jobs.
Okay. No.
So, as a result, what I'm saying is, this is one aspect of the reality. When the voter goes to decide who should rule the government, see, India's voter is mature. He or she may not be very well educated, but they know that in 5 years, this is the weapon that they have.
I'm just interrupting you. You didn't answer one part of the question. Your own leader, Mrs. Sushma Swaraj, at a public press conference, which later had to be denied, said that the NDA is unlikely to get a majority.
Now, you see, first of all, you are reading too much into it. I would like to point out that almost since 1991, not a single party or pre-poll alliance has won a majority of its own.
You are absolutely correct.
No, so it has always been hung parliament. Even Narasimha Rao's government was a minority government. Subsequently, every single government has been a coalition government.
You can say actually this trend is from 1984 onwards.
Yeah, you're right. 84 of course was an unusual election.
From 1989, every single government, including, as you say, the Narasimha Rao government, did not get a majority.
It was not a coalition government.
It was a
minority
single party government.
Single party, but minority government.
Correct.
So, what Sushma ji said is not inconsistent with the trend that we are seeing of a hung parliament. At the same time, whichever party or pre-poll alliance has emerged the largest bloc in the Lok Sabha has formed the government, except the extraordinary situation that came up in 1996.
96, correct.
Yes.
Where the Congress, despite being the single largest party...
No, the BJP...
BJP was the single largest party. Mr. Vajpayee's government lasted for 13 days, correct. Because it could not get a coalition.
Muster enough support.
Correct.
So, in 2009, the BJP and the NDA will most definitely emerge as the largest single bloc in the 15th Lok Sabha.
All right.
And it is on this basis that we are absolutely confident we will form the next government.
All right. Time will tell whether your confidence is grounded in reality, but let me take you up on the first issue here. You talked about inflation, you talked about joblessness, and you said these are issues that matter to the Aam Aadmi, the common voter. But when we listen to the speeches made by leaders of your political party, they're talking about national security. Your manifesto talks about the Ram Mandir, article on Jammu and Kashmir, Common Civil Code. I mean, you have brought out these issues from the cold storage. It was last mentioned in the BJP manifesto in 1999. In 2004, when the NDA brought out a manifesto, these issues were not there because your own allies are not comfortable with this issue. But what is the necessity for the BJP when it brings out a pre-election manifesto now, after a gap of almost a decade, to bring up these issues?
Okay. Pranjoy, you have asked two different questions. One was about security. I'll come to that later. But as far as our manifesto is concerned, every party has a right to come out with its own manifesto before the election.
Correct.
Our manifesto has only 3 points. They come at the very fag end of the manifesto, and these are issues which are close to our hearts, but these are not going to be in the common minimum program or the agenda of governance of the NDA.
Good governance, development, security.
These are our 3 primary commitments.
Susashan,
Suraksha, Sushasan, Vikas, Suraksha. Good governance, development, security.
Right.
Now, Advani ji, while releasing the